Hello everyone, welcome to another pick a card, pick a bundle reading. My name is Ahorangi Starchild and I'm busy putting my bundles together. If you're a first time viewer, please click like. If you like my style, please subscribe. Hit the bell at the bottom right hand corner of this video so you can get notifications. Connect with me, give me feedback on my readings. It's always so very much welcomed. This is your space where you can pull your chair up, relax, and thank you for stopping by. Today I'll be using my Druidcraft Tarot. I'm also using my tea leaf fortune cards, and I'll just be chatting with you while I'm doing my bundle, so everyone can just know this is legit. Okay. I will be putting stamps below this video so you can forward to your reading. You don't have to listen to me chatting away while I'm doing this. And what else is there that I need to tell you? Everything you need to know about me is in the drop box below. So there will be 4 bundles that I'm making up, and this is about no communication. Tuning into your situation of this could be anything from a romantic connection to a family member you haven't seen, a mother or father, whatever. There will be a storyline. If the storyline doesn't fit, try with the other bundles. See if there's something there for you. There's also other pick a cards that I've done on my channel if you want to tune in and go have a browse and see what is there. So this is me putting together my bundles for no communication. Okay, so I'm an international reader. I do online readings. I do readings via email. Let's have a look. These various links below this video where you can contact me for readings. I have PayPal facilities. Let's see, on one of those. I'm just putting these bundles together like totally just led by intuition, spirit. My guides, I love working with my guides. They have the most amazing ways of bringing messages through for me. See how the cards just flip out. I love it. This is a lively little deck. So it's about no communication. What happened? What happened? Why aren't they talking to you? 9 out of 10 times this will be a love connection. You know, it could be maybe friends as well. Maybe there's something that happened in a friendship. And there's maybe a bit of distance. Something happened and now there's emotional distance and there's no communication. One more card. If they don't come out, I'll just pull one. What else would we like? I think we should go for, what do you think? Shadows and Light Oracle cards by Lucy Cavendish. No communication. Why aren't they speaking to me? What's happening? When will I maybe even hear from them? Maybe they'll come back. Hopefully, if it's someone that means a lot to you, they'll come back. I hear that song. Who's it that sings Baby Come Back? It's an old song. Disclaimer. Disclaimer. Baby come back. That's an old song. Okay. I think we've got our bundles ready. Now I'm just going to get our little markers. I have, let's see, what we're going to use crystals today. A little bit of everything, maybe. I hear a little bit of everything. Okay. So our first bundle would be faith. Because you got to have faith. Yeah. Good old George Michael, eh? Missing him. Missing you, George. For the second bundle, we have a little cow. A moo cow. Me, 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 me. For the third bundle, what will we have? Let's use my little Manaya. So, spiritual protection symbol, Māori spiritual protection symbol. And we need a different kind of object for number 4. We're going to use my lucky car. My Porsche 911 that I bought back in 1983. Okay. So, take your time. Pick your little bundle thingy-majigs. And the timestamps will be in the drop box below. Now let's get ready to do our read. There's no communication. What is going to happen? And I might actually draw clarifying tarot cards as we go if I need to. So the first one is faith. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. So I'm going to do it like this. In November, so this could be last year November, or there will be information coming to you in this November concerning a no communication for you. The issue is happiness. You are pursuing happiness. You want to see a positive outcome concerning the situation where there's no communication. You know that there's great potential for happiness in this connection. This person makes you happy. And you also know that you have made this person happy in the past. We have the tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. So I feel like there's a lot of patience concerning this. Egg. Success assured with good plans and hard work. So I feel like you know you have to be patient with this person. You're willing to put in the work with this person, even though there's no communication. It is you know that they have processes that they need to go through. Because the egg to me is also a symbol of cycles, a symbol of incubation, something that's about to hatch. But what I also see is both in this November, I look at the images as well. There's a sun in both of these cards, and I see these birds as well. So there's a lot of positive energy in this connection still, even though there's no communication. But I feel like someone needs to be free. Someone needs to, they don't like to be fenced in, okay? And then we have a fair man. So this could be concerning someone in a relationship that has blonde hair, gray hair, or white hair. Okay, so white hair is normally people with light color eyes. They go gray early, you know, like maybe in their 20s they already start to go gray. So let's see. We have the Tower. So this situation came about very suddenly, unexpected. There was this shocking experience with this person, which was quite dramatic, chaotic, a sudden ending that wasn't expected. We have the King of Swords. So this person might have air in their chart, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. A mature masculine person who's a thinker, very intellectual, likes to have all the facts, but this could also be someone who, works in the legal department, has a lot to do with the law or knows the law very well. This could be someone who is very well spoken, very intellectual, knows how to use words, wordsmith, maybe being author, a what do we call it? Maybe even an English teacher or something to do with languages. You might even speak more than one language. And then we have rebirth. So fear not concerning this ending. Okay, there is an opportunity coming around, and I feel like in November, because a rebirth for me is Scorpio. But it is something of the past that's being brought back to life. I feel like if this person suddenly disappeared out of your life, they're going to suddenly just pop back again out of nowhere. And there's going to be a lot of healing conversations, especially with rebirth next to the King of Swords. To me, that's healing conversations, someone speaking from the heart. That is, it's also the angels working behind the scenes, like if you thought that this is the end, it's not. There's so many positive cards here with the happiness in November. And that it is slowly but surely there's a process. Angels working behind the scenes, that is something that's asking patience. But I also feel like with the rebirth, there's a kind of like a subconscious energy here as well. That there's information coming forth that would heal this whole situation, and healing conversations, an opportunity for healing conversations that's in the woodworks. Believe in yourself. So I feel like it's nothing that you have done that had caused the situation to happen. I feel like it is something that you potentially didn't know of that was happening with your person, that had made your person react in a certain way that was totally maybe out of character even. So we have see yourself doing well, and you will. So if you really value this connection, and you're hoping for your person to come back, then envision the success of the two of you talking again. We have retirement. So even if you aren't of someone who is in retirement, I do feel like this person might have felt like they needed to take a step back. They needed to take things slow. They needed a change of pace. But retirement to me is also a sense of maturity, that someone had matured. Someone is coming into the age where they're starting to see things through very mature eyes. Okay, they're growing. They're growing in themselves. And then what we have is number 7, and it is Poe. Time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. So I kind of feel like this person might have taken a time out because there was a process of learning, maybe even a process of learning with self. And I feel like this person with this technology, I feel like this person will connect with you through media. They would suddenly receive a message from them, maybe on social media you didn't expect. Maybe it's not Facebook, it might be Instagram, or some sort of application or app that you would have on your phone that you don't normally use. And it's like, say for instance, you normally use Messenger, then you might get a message from this person, oh, do you use WhatsApp, or do you use this application or whatever. And I feel like you kind of have to get Skype or get a certain app to be able to communicate with this person. Disclaimer, if I had mentioned any apps and things that I shouldn't be mentioning here, YouTube has become so fussy about what you can and cannot say. But I kind of feel like that is a scenario that your person, if there's no communication, stay with your process. Know that it is going to be taking time. There is something in incubation. There is happiness on the way. This person is there will be communication again. They're going through a process of rebirth, and they had to take step back, and it's nothing that you've done. And if you're dealing with a man with fair hair, I feel like if you're feminine watching, this could potentially be what your person looks like. If it isn't a person with fair hair, we also have the King of Swords here. He has long black hair. Okay, so just put the people and the situations where they fit. And this little girl, I love her here. She's got like violet in that black. So the images and the cards are also very, they speak to me as well. Okay, so I hope this reading helps you with no communication. Your person is on their way. They're going through their processes. There is going to be communication again. So please give me feedback. I love reading for you. Remember to hit that like button. Light and love. Okay, so we got a little moo cow. Right, moo moo. Oh, this camera. It never wants to focus when it should be. So it's our little moo cow. It really doesn't want to wait. No, it just gives me a half a second. There we go. Anyway, let's see what is coming in. No communication. We have March. So that's timing. So I feel like very soon. Marriage. There's a focus on marriage. Someone is getting married, or whether this is you getting married or when someone else that you know of is getting married. Lobster. So it says financial pinch. So finances could be a scenario here that's playing out. The Crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Oh, these are really nice cards. Whale. Great worry over nothing. Valley. A deep personal strength and peace that assure success. This is very, very, very positive cards. Really, really positive with no communication. I feel like it's only a matter of time, and it's very soon as well. And it could be around the time when someone gets married. So have a Queen of Pentacles, someone with Earth in their chart. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, someone who's very nourishing. She knows how to take care of herself. She knows how to invest her. She knows where to invest her in her resources. She's very practical, grounded, loyal. Five of Cups, which is a depression. I feel like maybe we're dealing with someone who has mental health. A situation with mental health, having to deal with depression, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and also a feeling of, despondency kind of thing, feeling uninspired. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune is about divine timing. So I really feel if there's no communication, that communication is about to happen. And I feel it is going to happen in March, around about March. You might get into news or some sort of information. And I feel like even towards the end of the year or as the year unfolds, because we do have the Wheel of Fortune here, that the situation will change. Like if there's no communication, there will be communication. And it's quite fortunate as well. It's expansive energy. It is, I feel like this person might have withdrawn and they might have earth in their chart. So just put it where it fits. It could be flipped and reversed, okay? So we have Sagittarius, we have Pisces or Jupiter. So Jupiter to me is Sagittarian energy, but the wheel has Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius in it as well, because that resembles the 4 seasons. And with this March here, I kind of feel like you could receive a news or information concerning your person around about the 21st of March, which is our equinox, spring autumn equinox, depending on where you are in the world. And I feel like this person took a step back because of that they found themselves in a financial hardship, and they had to take a step back because they might have been feeling very down and out, and they felt like they couldn't handle being social. They couldn't handle going out or expending money on even themselves. I feel like they've gone through a period of survival financially. And that is the reason why they pulled back. And that marriage card means that if this person means a lot to you, and you know, if this is a boyfriend, girlfriend, person you've known for a long time that you see as marriage material, I feel like Jupiter is going to turn this situation around. If you had lost hope, because the 5 of Cups is also a card of regret, that if you had lost hope or you have a lot of regrets, or even if you're just waiting for your person, patiently waiting, because the Queen of Pentacles is someone who patiently waits, and she's kind of looking over to the side. I feel like patiently waiting for your person to go through their processes will give you a very positive result, where success and peace and strength will be, you know, a reward that will come to you. Your strength will bring you peace and ensure success. Your patience will bring you peace and assure success. And with that comes honor and respect. So the respect for having the ability to wait for your person, to help them even go through the processes. Maybe they are present in your life, but the communication isn't that much forthcoming. You know, the communication might be intermittently or very little. They've taken a big step back. Your patience will be rewarded in this. We have healer, so you might be having a beautiful healing energy around you. And it says you have a power to help and heal others. So I feel like you are, even though the circumstances have changed, and with this no communication spread, I feel like maybe there is still some contact, but it's watered down a lot, okay? If it was a waterfall, it's now gone to a trickle where you might get, you know, the tap dripping now and then, okay? So it kind of feels like there's no communication, but your presence and even your prayers and keeping this person in your thoughts brings a tremendous amount of healing to them. We have carefully aging. So I feel like someone is maturing through this process, especially with that Wheel of Fortune. It's someone who is growing, expanding in themselves, coming to new understandings, not carefully, gracefully, sorry. Mercury retrograde, gracefully aging. So I feel like this person is trying to go through their processes in a very mature, graceful way, and that's why they've also taken a step back. They didn't want to draw other people into their dramas, and they felt like they needed to take a step back and grow inside of themselves. And sometimes when we isolate ourselves, that is when we can really connect with ourselves on an emotional, mental level, and just grow. So I feel like your person's just going through a huge growing spurt. And I love this. If this is the love of your life and you've been going through them with thick and thin, it says, strange Valentine. Love is strange. Yes, we are there with them through the thick and the thin, the ups and the downs, through everything, the good days and the bad days. And I feel like that is why this no communication reading is so positive is because there's someone here who has the ability to stick with their person no matter what. And that die-hard, can-do attitude, very loyal, is going to be rewarded with honor and respect. And maybe even later on a marriage proposal, because they're going to see what cloth their person is cut out of, that you are really there for this person, even if the communication isn't all that good. So thank you for watching. Please give me feedback on this reading. I love reading for you. Have a beautiful day. Okay. So we're going on to Manaya. What is coming in for you? So we have the month is February, which is now. So you might not have communication right now. We have wealth. So it's and remember, wealth isn't not generally just money. It could be your spiritual wealth, your emotional wealth, your own personal abundance. But you know, money does fix a lot of things. Yoke. Feeling tied down or frustrated. Maybe this no communication is making you feel a whole lot frustrated. We have the Boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Don't give up on your person, I feel. Casket. Someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. So that is good. It means if there's no communication, then with you persevering and increasing your efforts to be there for this person, keep the avenues and the communication ways of communication open so they can reach you. And I feel like maybe no communication happened in February, but I also feel like this no communication period is going to be a short-lived situation. I feel so, short-lived. We have the Nine of Cups, the Three of Swords. So there's a bit of heartbreak, disappointment, and honest conversation. And we have the World. So this kind of speaks to me is like what could have, one of the scenarios that could potentially have happened was maybe you went out to a social occasion and someone got into their cups a little bit and they spoke out of turn. They might have said something while they were under the influence and caused a whole lot of heartache and upheaval, you know, saying things that wounds the heart. But also sometimes when these people speak, there is a certain amount of truth sometimes to what they have to say. Because the swords is about truth. You know, it is about mental processes. And I also feel like maybe potentially there's no communication because either you decided not to speak to this person, or this maybe you are the one that imbibed too much and said something and your person's not speaking to you now because of what was said. Maybe there could have even be a third party situation involved. Someone, you know, was a little bit let's just say loose with their morals, under the influence, so to speak. That could be one of the scenarios. But I feel like this, if this has been a repetitive cycle, then there is going to be an end because there's certainly some serious lessons to be learned about this. I also feel with the Nine of Cups and the Three of Swords that there is an honesty. This is about wish fulfillment and really doing soul searching about how much does this communication really mean to me? If this communication, the non-communication is causing so much heartache, I feel like the non-communication in this case is showing you the value of this connection. Not having the ability to speak with your person is lying at the heart of this tarot section. And to me it says increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. If this person really means so much to you, just try and make the effort to be there for them. We do have the World card. Now, the World to me is the end of a cycle. The next card after this is the Fool. But the Fool is about you've achieved everything you can in this connection. And I feel like this casket, it is like with this connection and your person and the no communication, you've gone through the whole spectrum of being really there for each other and now experiencing some sort of abandonment or cutting out kind of energy, which I feel is something that's going to be short-lived, because this connection does have a lot to offer with this wealth as well as the Nine of Cups. And the inability to communicate with your person might be a little bit feeling tied down and frustrated because you feel like there's nothing that you can do about the situation, because you do respect your person's processes. So wish upon a star, and this is falling right beneath this Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Make a wish and expect the very best. So it is about you being very clear about what it is that you desire in this connection. Then we have realizations and epiphanies. I do feel like the truth that was spoken that did wound the heart, I feel to a certain extent that that is going to bring in, new ways of viewing your person and viewing this connection. If you can be in this connection where you allow each other to speak your truth, even though that might wound, but then still have the ability to increase your efforts and achieve your goals together, and giving each other the space to really be their authentic self. And that's the crowning success here, is even to be in no communication, to be in no communication, sorry, Mercury retrograde, is allowing each other the space to do their internal processes, which is absolutely wonderful. And it says, see beacon fairy guidance, but where will it lead you? Yes, life is a journey. You are about to go into a new cycle with this person. I feel like with this no communication, this could go either two ways. Either you're going to decide that this connection isn't for you because there's no communication. You might have put in a lot of effort, and maybe this is something that you did wish for in the past, but now that you have the new perspectives and the truth was spoken, you might feel like perhaps it's best to end this connection and move on. Or you could see the wealth of this connection and the beauty in giving each other the space to be their authentic self, and to know that even though there are good and challenges in this connection, that this is still the person, this is still the situation that you want to invest yourself in, and that you're willing to take a leap of faith and a calculated risk on your person, because that is the card that comes after the World, the Fool, the beginning of a brand new cycle. So I feel like communication will be forthcoming, but when the communication comes, that it would either be about ending this connection and say it was good while it lasted, or I'm so glad you're back. Let's take it to the next level. Let's go into the new cycle let's go into the new cycle together and put this down as a learning curve. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please give me feedback on this reading. I loved reading for you. Have a beautiful day. Remember to click that like button. Okay, we have our little Porsche 911. There's some things I just can't let go. Some things I can't let go. I know all about holding on. Holding on. So we have September. So something happened in September last year, or it's going to shake loose September this year. Success. Yay, baby. I like this. It's looking good so far. So success in September, or you had success in September last year. Flag. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Oh, standards and values, eh? That's good. It's good if you have those. They come in handy. Hammock. Taking a vacation, physically or mentally. Yep, nice time out. Maybe you're planning this in September, going on a travel. Or you did a travel a trip which was last year, which was quite successful and you really enjoyed it. We have bow. You are highly thought of. So I feel like if there's no communication, and maybe you're planning a trip with your person, or to meet up again in September this year. Maybe there's a bit of a geographical distance between the two of you. Next card, Bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. So I kind of feel like even though maybe you feel you are in competition with someone else for your person's attention, or maybe there's a family member or someone who is trying to interfere in your connection with your person, and that's why there's no communication. I feel like there's a third person in here, even though I don't see third person yet. But it's okay if how do I say it? You can't control what other people do and say, even if they do interfere in a connection. What you need to do is to know that you are a person with high standards and high values, because you are someone who's highly thought of. And even though there is opposition, there are different ways to stand your ground. That's kind of what I see, and especially within no communication, I feel like this is where you need to just stand your ground, maybe. Oh, yes, stand your ground. We have the Emperor. So this might have to do with a father figure or a very mature masculine person with Aries, Capricorn, Scorpio in their chart. Very, very mature. This is alpha male material. Someone who is action orientated. They're very mature. They are the CEOs of companies. They are managers, authority figures. They know how to take care of themselves, and they know how to take care of their family. They're very good at carrying responsibility. And I feel like this person has standards and values and is very, very strong on what they allow and what they don't allow in their life. Very clear on this. We have the Three of Cups, so I think we might have a third person trying to interfere here. But I also feel like there is a time of reunion coming up if there's no communication, because Three of Cups to me is reunion. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is success. So if there's no communication, fear not, my friend. It looks very positive. This is about just standing your ground. You are highly thought of. If your person isn't speaking to you, I feel like they might be dealing with something else. I'll see if I want to draw more tarot cards. This would be the first one that I'll be drawing extra tarot cards on, because I would like to see what this opposition is and what it is that you need to do. But I feel like you will have a breakthrough by September. I know it feels like a long time away, but when September comes around, I feel like this is a process that you need to go through, and that communication might come before September, but by September there will be success and even maybe a little getaway, traveling together, going somewhere together very soon. So I feel like that breakthrough is coming a little bit sooner than September, but by September you will already taste that success. It says what you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. So I feel if there's reunion on the mind, that is definitely on the cards. And it says parental care. So maybe the reason why there's no communication could be because your person needs to take care of a parent. There's something that you might feel like with that opposition, that you are in competition with, or you're vying for attention. That is kind of what I see, vying for attention, and that the communication might be sporadic or non-existing because your person says, I can only handle so much. but they will be back. There's a lot of passion here, 6 of Wands, and I feel like your energy is matching your person's energy. The Lord and this person with a bow in their hair, this is like a feminine person and this is the masculine. I feel like for you will understand that your person has priorities in their life, and this could be a cultural thing. I don't see cultural background here, but in some cultures family is very important, and they place taking care of the elder or of parents very high on their list of priorities. And maybe you feel like you needed to take a step back in the situation, but there's reunion coming up. The Three of Cups is reunion, happy times, getting together, social affairs, maybe even getting an invite to be social and hang out with friends. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is public recognition and success after adversity. Okay, and we have the Bull there that falls just below. So whatever it is that you need to compete with in the way of getting your person's attention or having them to communicate with you, it's just a temporary thing, because we have the success card here. We have what's it? Fairy of the Divine Hand, intoxication, distorted view, overindulgence. So maybe I feel like the person that, okay, so I kind of, because we have 3 people here, so your person could potentially deal with someone who has issues with substance abuse, and there is a need to take care of this person's well-being. This could be a family member potentially. It could also be that like they have to deal with an elderly person who has dementia, someone who has a mental illness of some kind, and that is the reason why they're taking a step back. I also feel like if this is not the case, that your person has to deal with a parent who doesn't like the two of you being together, because they have a distorted view of your connection. But this is a temporary situation. I feel like it will be come to a successful conclusion soon. By September, you'll be going away on a nice getaway break after all of this have been played out and seen through. So just keep positive thoughts. Okay, it says very soon what you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. Thank you for watching. I loved reading for you. Have a beautiful day. Light and love.